Hey, what's up, guys? Be here again. I'm just gonna go over the charts that I posted this morning. I asked everyone about around 7:40 a.m. to drop me some tickers they want to see on the watch list today, and then I replied to about I don't even know how many charts, but I replied to a good amount up until I think right before market open. So I'm gonna go through that. If you want to go back through and check, see all these levels that I put are from those charts, so I haven't touched anything. So if you want to go back and double check, you can go check out my charts that I posted this morning. So Apple is the first. By the way, if you see any green, that's normally a break above, red's break below, and any of the outer white lines would be targets. I don't think I did on every chart, but I did on most of them today. I was just doing it for fun, just to show people easier so I didn't have to type it every time. But it actually went up against our break above and failed. Even hit it. Wow, hold up. This is beautiful. You could almost just say it's a don't call it a flag, but it's a continuation pattern. It's really clean. I would almost just say a symmetrical triangle or flag, but just for safety keeping, you guys should just be saying continuation because that's a beautiful continuation. And of course, it's right at our break below, so even better. So good 80% fall after you saw it squeeze for this long. And I'm on the 5 minutes, so there's all strong confirmations here. So Apple is a pretty one-directional play if you were paying attention to the levels posted. Fell, rejecting the break above, stuck around our break below, fell, had nothing but sellers, even had rising sellers with your TTM squeeze here. I just had this on, but I guess I could do it for this video. It's one of the strategies I've posted on the channel for the premium guys. It's a super awesome strategy. Here on Visa, I did it for Oscar. Kind of stuck between the range for the most part. I mean, you had a good breakout at the very beginning, but kind of just stuck between our range for the most part today. So definitely be looking at Visa tomorrow for a tight pre-market range. You guys might get another pop. I probably should have chosen more aggressive levels now that I'm looking back at it. I shouldn't have been giving a crap about this. I should have waited for this. But I think I posted this before this candle's even here. But this would have probably been the better candle to draw it on. That would have been more aggressive. I'm going to be looking for that again on Visa tomorrow. That'll be a good one. Let's scroll down some more. Disney was the next one for Real James and Adrian. Wow, this is pretty one-directional. It even kind of sat on my level. I posted this before, of course, but it actually kind of sat on my level, giving you, hey, this is about to run. TTM squeeze picking up, which I'm not going to go over that in this video, but I'm just kind of seeing what's on my chart now. That's kind of cool. It just bounced instantly, though. You had a pretty big spike in buyers. Seller reaction. This would have been a good entry right here. Good entry would have been after you saw this candle break this with buyers because it was rising buyer volume. You broke above your level. And it actually came up and did a bull flag on the level here in the 5 minute. Pushed up a little higher, give you a good room to exit. You would have been Gucci on that one. It's kind of hard for me to read through these. Disney, MCD. I'll probably do a different format to post this next Thursday. Here on MCD, you had an 80% entry. I think I actually saw this one. I just didn't play it. But the MCD 80% confident entry, if you guys have read my guide or gone through any of the information I posted about this day trading system, you'll see that this is a perfect form of an 80% entry. You got that retest here. Then you got that pop in volume as well as TTM. But again, I'm not going to keep confirming with that. I'm just seeing it on my chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in the 5 minutes. So 25 minutes of one directional buyers. And then you got a pretty bearish candle there. So be looking for 216.10 if you're going to look for a break tomorrow. But it looks like it ended off pretty low back towards our break below target. So it's kind of just zeroing itself back out. So I'd be looking for pre-market breaks again. On MCD, you don't get the prettiest pre-markets if you haven't noticed. But I always like to go back and look at the previous day levels because those will be what pops. Because if you would have marked right here, like if this is your break level, you actually would have been looking to get in over here. So you would have had a lot more, room for profit. And then for a below, you want to look towards that low. So it actually kind of came back down towards it. So that's just what you got to do with the MCD. It's a different breed. For Steven, he asked for the double special here for Facebook and NVDA. Here on Facebook, we actually had it drop pretty much just the whole day, but it was a very, very, very boring day. Pre-market did a lot of the movement, or half the movement, I should say, and then you had the other half of the movement happen during the day. It did hit our break below, and it did hit our target. It even went below our target, so that would have been a good trade if you were really thinking bearish on Facebook today, but you would have had to have gotten a pretty good contract to hold through all of this. So I don't blame you if you got out on a small loss on that one. here on NVDA. NVIDIA, pretty clean entry there. If you guys want to get dangerous, see, it did kind of a cup and handle, so I would have been thinking bullish as well. Hold up, what is this trend line? Oh, I just drew from here to there. All right. So that I would have been thinking pretty bullish on that. It rejected the same level, though, so you knew you had a pretty one-directional fall. I think this is when a lot of stocks started falling, so that was a pretty good entry. If you were looking at the Qs as well, I'm pretty sure I saw Qs at that time start falling. Had a little flag happen here as it hit this level that you saw me draw on the 30-minute. Hit our break below, fell. What was my target for this? I set one at 500. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it didn't go all the way to 500, but it did give a pretty good entry, not just here, which that would have been aggressive. This is for, you know, the more advanced day traders that are used to this system. That's kind of like level 2 of this. But if you're just on level 1 still, you know, it's cool to go through this. Break here. You got a rising seller volume right here. Whoops, that's, yeah, you guys can see that perfectly fine. Rising seller volume here as it broke that level, so that gave you a pretty good 3-4 bar play there. Zoom out of that one. Baba was the next one. Top producer asked for Baba. Baba was pretty one directional, yeah. So it actually came up, hit this at pre-market. I think I drew it though because of this. I saw that it had a double here, so I think that's why I drew that. So that's just kind of coincidence. This happened to stop there. So that was a pretty good indicator that it was going to fall the rest of the day. Just kind of looking it over. I don't ever look at Baba. Alright, so you had two really good indications here. 1, 2. So you had 2 flags happen. Bearish, of course, as it was passing our break below. So that's a pretty big indicator it's going to go down. Holding through all the way would have been profitable. But if you would have sold anywhere down here, anywhere in this movement, you probably would have been okay. Another tiny little rising wedge. Not really. Just, it's a little one. Let's see the next one. HD Leo asked for this one. Shout out Leo, the goat. Again, I posted this before some of these last candles started popping up, because even right here, what time did yeah, 8:01. So there's still 30 minutes to go around here. So I posted this when it was here. So I must have marked this from a different time frame. Yeah, I marked it over here. So that was my break above, of course, to even try to push up for another high on this 30-minute. The break below, I think I just left white. I don't think I did a break below. I just left it as the white one. But it actually came down, and most of its price action stuck here after it rejected that. So maybe not a big opportunity to play that there, but definitely a really nice flag formed here. 3-bar play, fell below, and then most of the price action just stuck around that level I drew. So that'll be a good level to watch for tomorrow. It's even sticking there right now after hours. Netflix. Steven asked again. Reminds me of Facebook. This reminds me of Facebook big time. Kind of rejected the break below pretty instantly. Yeah, I didn't even go up to even try to hit the break above. Fell, almost hit our target, came back up. Gave you a little bit of better entry, because if you see a lower high below the level, that is bearish, because in itself, a lower high is bearish. Or a higher low, sorry. But it's actually bearish right there, so that's really good that it popped up under our level, so that would have been a pretty good entry there. Volume really wouldn't have helped you out. That was just kind of price action. That's fine, just having to watch it and hold through, trusting your trends. But you did get a volume confirmation more over here as it fell. So I guess you could have drawn that and then played this and gone for the volume. That would have been pretty nice. 3-bar play, 3-bar play, 3-bar play drop. Hit our target. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good execution if you got it on Netflix just off of that price action there. BA. I think Steven asked for this one too. Jumped instantly. Caught support on our break above with not just rising volume, but TTM was going off right there. Hit our target. So that was pretty good. I think I saw John and Devin play this, and I think John actually did have this target drawn, so that was good for him. Good to always have targets, because you don't want to just get in an explosive play and have no clue where you want to exit. You're just going to be playing off emotion at that point. You want to have a target at least, so you can at least control that emotion. Hit target perfectly fine. Dropped off volume as well as momentum as it went over the target, so that's pretty bearish indication. And you could have shorted it, but I don't blame you if you didn't. But yeah, this always ties back into my iron hands. You could always, draw some other lines on the buyer spots that pushed up before they went up more. And it actually rejected 1, 2, 3. or no, 3, 4, then went down. Bearish rectangle off this pole here. Drop. Hit our break above and caught support. So that's actually going to be a good bullish indication that BA might have a green day tomorrow. You might see a pickup in pre-market tomorrow or right at open. So be watching BA pre-market tomorrow. LULU. LULU doing a, I guess you could say, lowering triple top right above our level. Let's see if you would have been faked out. You had a tiny rise in buyer here, but that's not enough. That's not a whole lot of volume, so that wouldn't have been good to get on, especially since you already had 1, 2 rejections here. So that would have been a good indication not to ever trade that going up. LULU was looking weak right there. Momentum gave out about right here. Sellers stepped in, and you have nothing but a one-directional fall all the way there. That's crazy. See, Tesla did that. Except Tesla was doing it in an uptrend. This was in a down. Here on Beyond. Did kind of a bullish continuation right there, running out of pre-market. I don't ever do that kind of stuff, but you can notice that. Especially on the 5-minute, gives you better price action in the pre-market. You're not just getting a bunch of these things everywhere like MCD, but bullish move. I actually, funny story about this one, if you've even made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. I actually traded a Beyond put overnight, and I only told Jason and Jonathan. I just kind of played a cheap contract and was kind of hoping it would die out of the daily time frame. It didn't. It had really good e-commerce news come out, of course. So I honestly was just like, I'm going to cut this position and move on and just try and trade something else. I'm going to try not to think about it. But I said, nah, fuck that. And I got some calls as it broke this level that I marked in chat. That was actually the last one I posted for Module. Shout out Module. Super awesome guy. Broke this, though. I got a call. I got one call, broke up, and I ended up making all my money back and some. So that was really awesome. I think I ended up profiting I lost 90-something bucks, and I think I won almost 200. So I did good on that trade. I made my money back, and then I quit looking at this chart the rest of the day. It did, eventually come down, catch support on our target level, and then push up for a higher high on this, what was almost a cup and handle. I would just say that was a flag, because you had to push up, flag, push up. So that looked really good there. So that was a little funny story on Beyond. But I really love trading the stock. It has amazing price action. But if this video helped you, please leave a like and comment. Hit me up in chat. If you guys need help with the BB system, please hit me up. My DMs are always open. And if you're not paying attention to the BB system or my levels, you are really missing out, because there is so much accuracy. Going over to chef zones, you're getting those zones, you're getting those long plays. If you're missing out on that, you're just messing up. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and thanks for tuning in.